Your life did not happen to you, it unfolded from you. The family you were born into, the challenges that shaped your nervous system, the moments that broke you open, and the ones that quietly redirected your path. These were not random events, they were chosen conditions. Before this life began, your soul entered into a contract, not with an external authority, but with itself. A conscious agreement to experience specific lessons, develop particular strengths, and awaken certain qualities through lived experiences. When you arrived here, you forgot. That forgetting was not a mistake, it was essential. If you remembered everything, the plan, the purpose, the outcomes, there would be no growth, no courage, no genuine choice. So the memory was placed deeper, beneath thought, beneath language, into intuition, emotional patterns, and inner recognition. And that is where it still speaks. This reflection is not about believing something new. It is about remembering what your life has been showing you all along. A soul contract is not fate. It is not a rigid destiny you must obey. It is a framework, a carefully chosen set of conditions designed to produce growth. Your soul selected a family system that would activate certain emotional patterns. It chose limitations that would develop resilience, empathy, or strength. It chose talents that would naturally surface when needed. And it chose encounters, specific people who would act as mirrors, teachers, challengers, and allies. You were not sent here to be comfortable. You were sent here to become conscious. The contract is not about outcomes, it is about evolution. And once you understand that, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And begin asking, what is this here to develop me? That single shift changes everything. When you were born, a veil was placed over your conscious awareness. You forgot the agreement. You forgot the planning. You forgot the reason. But nothing was erased. The memory was stored in your subconsciousness. An instinct, intuition, emotional response, and pattern recognition. This is why some experiences feel inevitable, familiar, or charged with meaning beyond logic. The veil exists so that your choices are real. Growth only occurs when you do not know the outcome, when you choose courage without guarantees, when you act from inner alignment rather than instruction. The forgetting was not a loss. It was the condition that made your growth possible. Your soul does not speak in sentences. It speaks in patterns. Synchronicity is the first language of the soul. It is the conversation you overhear at exactly the right moment. The book that appears repeatedly across unrelated contexts. The idea that surfaces again and again until you finally listen. These are not coincidences. They are directional signals. When your external world begins echoing an inner question, that is your soul guiding attention. When themes repeat across people, media, and circumstances, your awareness is being gently and sometimes insistently redirected. Synchronicity is not mystical, it is structural. It occurs when your inner readiness aligns with external cues. And once you begin to notice it, it accelerates. Your role is not to analyze every sign. Your role is to pay attention. If you want to understand your soul contract, look at what repeats. The same type of relationship, the same emotional trigger, the same obstacle appearing in different forms. These are not failures, these are rehearsals. Pattern repeat because the lesson is still active. Your soul chose challenges that would develop specific capacities: patience, boundaries, self-trust, compassion, discernment, or courage. Each repetition is an invitation to respond differently with greater awareness. Once the lesson is integrated, the pattern dissolves. This is why sudden breakthroughs feel effortless in hindsight. The work was done internally long before the external change occurred. You are not trapped in cycles, you are refining responses. And every conscious response rewrites the trajectory of your contract. Strong emotional reactions are not weaknesses, they are indicators. What moves you deeply, whether grief, anger, tenderness, or reverence, reveals where your soul is most invested. If injustice disturbs you disproportionately, your contract involves truth, protection, or reform. If suffering moves you to act, your contract involves healing or service. If beauty arrests you, your contract involves creation or remembrance. Your emotional system is calibrated to your purpose. The goal is not to suppress emotion, but to understand its direction. Emotion points, awareness decides. Memory does not only exist in the mind, it exists in consciousness itself. Regressive meditation is not about visualizing fantasies or proving past lives. It is about bypassing surface cognition to access intuitive knowing. To practice, find a quiet, uninterrupted space. Lie down comfortably, alert but relaxed. Breathe slowly and rhythmically, allowing the body to soften. Visualize a descent, stairs, a path, a spiral, moving inward. With each step, attention deepens. Ask a single clear question. What is this life here to teach me? Do not force answers. They arrive as images, sensations, emotions, or sudden clarity. Often understanding comes later, as life itself responds differently. The purpose of regression is not information, it is alignment. When your conscious mind begins cooperating with your deeper knowing, decisions become simpler and resistance softens. No significant relationship enters your life by chance. Some souls arrive to support, some to challenge, some to awaken unresolved aspects of yourself. Supportive souls stabilize growth. Challenging souls catalyze transformation. The ones who irritate you most often reflect traits you are integrating or boundaries you are learning to establish. The ones who feel immediately familiar are frequently long-term collaborators across lifetimes. Not all relationships are meant to last. Some contracts are fulfilled quickly. Others span decades. Completion does not mean failure. It means the lesson has been delivered. When you stop viewing relationships as rewards or punishments and begin seeing them as agreements, resentment dissolves into understanding. You can honor the role without repeating the pattern. The most liberating realization is this: you're not here because something went wrong. You're here because something meaningful is unfolding. Your soul chose difficulty where strength was required. It chose limitation where wisdom would emerge. It chose uncertainty so that courage could develop. Nothing about this journey is accidental. You're not a passive character in someone else's story. You are the designer experiencing the design from within. Awakening to your soul contract does not remove challenge. It removes confusion. And when confusion falls away, life becomes coherent. Not easy, but meaningful. You did not forget so that you could remain lost. You forgot so that remembering would change you. Your soul has never stopped guiding you. It speaks through repetition, emotion, intuition, and resonance. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes. And one day you realize nothing was wasted, nothing was random, and you were never broken. You were becoming.